Good morning. Day 3 of the trip. We stopped at a old marina. We ran out of daylight last night, and this dock was apparently damaged by a storm a couple years ago. But at any rate, they were kind enough to let us stay here. It's an absolutely gorgeous view, except for the clouds, but just a very pretty place. A lot of campers here. It's Guntersville City Harbor is the name of it, and it's a state park. Got campgrounds here. Like really nice accommodations. Like people are coming here for the RV and tent and TP experience. But it's spring, so there's a lot of campers here, as you can see up in the background up there. Well, we're going to take off early this morning. Okay, day 3 on the river. We've got a short jaunt this morning to our first lock, going to Guntersville Dam and Lock. And then next we will head down to Wheeler Lock and then the Wilson Lock, but we have to be at the Wilson Lock by 4:30 or we will miss our lock through. Beautiful morning. Sun came up early. Thank you very much. Nice pretty morning to be cruising down the Tennessee River. My first mate and co-captain Don. Hey. And I guess we'll talk to you a little bit later in the day. Coming up on the Guntersville Lock and Dam. We're at about a mile and a half out. About 8 minutes away. Looking forward to clearing this dam. Hopefully it happens quickly. Okay, we're inside the Guntersville Lock. Looks like the gate doors are about shut. This lockmaster lives in there. Hadn't really communicated with us.
Hey, did you grab my light truck when you get there?
Oh yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Want me to hold that?
Yeah.
Don getting his life jacket on. That's the floating ballard that holds us in place and allows us to ride down with the water level. And then we'll eventually go out those front gates after we go down about 38 or 39 feet. So inside the Guntersville Lock chamber, you see a bird over there. A couple of birds. I guess they're catching fish. Yep. That's exactly what they're doing. They know where the fish are. They get caught up in there. Interesting. Well, we're about 10-12 feet down. On our way down about 38 or 39 feet. You can see where the water line is. That's a slow process, but we'll get there. Okay, so we're about to say goodbye to Guntersville Lock and Dam. They're opening up the gate now. We'll be underway momentarily. And we're out of here. We've been given the all clear when we're free from the floating ballard. Guntersville Lockmaster, thank you so much for the lock through. Have a great day. Don's out there working hard today. It's a rainy day. Okay, we've left Guntersville Lock and headed down towards Wheeler Lock and Dam. We've got about 69 miles to go right now at our present speed of 11.8 miles per hour. It'll bring us there just before 3 o'clock. I want to try and shoot for 2:30, so we'll adjust as we go along here and get that time down so that we can get through that lock and get to the Wilson Lock before we miss it for the day, which is at 4:30 p.m., which is 15 miles beyond that. So we'll check back in. Pushing out quite a bit of weight, doing about 14.4. There's Captain Don up at the helm. A little windy, sorry for the extra wind noise. A little quieter back in here. Coming up on mile marker 310 on the Tennessee River, and there is I-65 right ahead of us. I guess we're going to see quite a bit of action as we come around this corner. There's a lot of AIS activity. Little piece of home in Alabama. It's I-65. The Old Glory. Yeah, baby. Old Glory out the window. You know we're coming into somewhere that has a lot of activity when your AIS list just is lit up. All right. Well, that was an expensive morning. That tank on the right was 150 gallons. Okay, coming into the Wheeler Lock. Try and get this one or a portion of it. Let's see where we're at here. Coming into the lock.
Going on the stern.
Okay. Okay, we're all locked in. Doors are shut. We should start dropping any minute.
We're dropping.
We're dropping. All right.
It moved a little bit.
Not normal here.
Captain, you're all secure?
All secure, ready to go.
Roger, roger, all right, here we go.
Copy that. There goes the siren. I'll let this ride. Sorry for the extra long video, but shows the whole lock and everything that's going on. This is Wheeler Lock and Dam at Tennessee mile marker 274.9. You hail them on channel 12, 75 miles from our last destination, and we're going to drop 48 feet. So when we pull out of here, we'll be down at the river level south of here. Okay, there's our next destination, going to Wilson Lock and Dam, and hope we get there on time. Go ahead and start our navigation, and as soon as we get out of this lock, we're still in the Wheeler Lock and Dam. is out amongst the herons. Where else can you fish with a limited pool for the fish to go to? I guess you just got to pick the right hole to go into to get one that has fish. Okay, they're opening the gates. That's it for this lock. So we're coming up on Wilson Lock, which we have been told we can lock through at 4 o'clock. But if you can see, all of these barges stacked up. All the way back. They are way behind, which is why Pleasure Craft only gets through at 4 o'clock. We're headed to our 4 o'clock appointment now. Okay, so this next lock is Wilson Lock. They've had some backups, and there's a lot of AIS alarms going off. There's a lot of barges that are waiting to get through here, but we go through at 4 o'clock today. Looks like it's going to be an interesting one, but it's a double bladder lock, so it'll probably come out in a couple videos, just as a heads up. It may be too long for some shorts, but when I get back to Mobile, I'll go ahead and post the whole thing and speed up the motion for you. Anyway, hope you enjoy.
That's it. I think you're bothered.
Okay, here we go. That barge is finally out of our way. Wilson Lock, we're secure on 50.
Roger that. Appreciate it.
Okay, we're in the first chamber of the Wilson Lock, where we'll drop half the distance to 98 feet. And then once this is done, we'll go into the next chamber and go down the remaining amount, and then head off to Florence Marina, where we're going to spend the night. We've done our 100+ miles today with just burning a bunch of fuel, but we made it here. There's another heron over there. Looks like he's fishing, but not as much. A lot of junk in the river here and a lot of trash in this chamber. That's a expressway bridge over top of us,
What's that?
it appears, and you can see back through the other side. And apparently this gate back here is submersible, so it came up out from underneath where we came in. See, there's a lot of trash. A lot of trash. Wow. We may need to check the strainers tonight. So this is pretty cool. We're at the 50 marker, so we're pretty close to the back of the dam here, or the lock. They have birds coming in and getting them some food off of the back of the lock, but pretty cool. And there's the lockmaster up there. Another heron. Yep, they're going fishing. Water's moving down pretty quick. But like I said, man, there's a lot of trash. Even a life preserver there. See it opening? Alright, so this is chamber number 1 of chamber number 2. We're going to exit into the next chamber and then exit out in the river after we go through all this garbage. chambers have opened. We're waiting on the signal for us to move forward into the next chamber. Wilson Lockmaster, this is not normal. Will there be a signal for us to move forward into the next chamber, or just go ahead?
Hey, Captain, you go ahead and ease forward. There's a little bit of debris there in front of you. Be careful about that. But yeah, just fall down and be tight up on the
Unhook us.
Get that lower chamber.
Copy that. I'll be careful going through the debris.
All right, we're on. Ready to go?
Ready to go! Ready for a ride!
Oh, you push the button?
Okay. We're all tied off. Ready for a ride down. You can see just over the top of the dam there. There's another tug waiting. So this is inside the second chamber, looking back at the first chamber that closed.